Howdy folks, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to mock up a can design in Photoshop. Now you can get cans pretty much anywhere. You can get AI to make one for you or use some stock image. So I have a stock image. I believe I got this on Adobe. It has some sweat marks, which I like, and has the background removed. That kind of becomes relevant because the photo that you might have a background, and in which case, in order for this tutorial to work, you would need to isolate it. So in this case, I don't need to do that step because mine's already isolated. So what I'm gonna do is bring in a flat image of the can design, which I've already designed in Illustrator. Okay, so I brought this in. This is not a real image. I just made this for the purposes of this demo. And I added Coca-Cola here because there's one step where I needed some sort of text, and this is what I came up with just to show you this. So basically what I want to do is just line it up. You can actually create a mask to make these the silver aluminum parts on the top and the bottom. I'm not going to do that just for the simplicity of this. Now, if you create a clipping mask from this can, you can see that it's taken the shape of the can in the background, and this is why it's important to have an isolated background. If I actually had the background here, it wouldn't do that. But this doesn't look very realistic. This looks very flat. We've lost the sweat marks, we've lost the sheen and the contour. So what we need to do is click on the can, hold Alt, and just drag it up to be above this can. And then you have these blending options. I'm gonna pick linear burn, click that. I'm gonna adjust the opacity maybe to like 70%. I think that might bring down those darker tones a little bit. And that's already looking pretty good. So the next step, if you need to do this, the reason I put the logo here is just to demonstrate this final step because it goes straight across. It's not so bad with this logo, but it might be more obvious if you have a straight text right across and you want it to kind of contour to the can a little bit, just to make it a little bit more realistic. So what you're gonna need to do is click on the can and click Control T, and then right click and go warp. And up here in the top menu, you can click lower arc and just get this guy out of the way. And then you can just adjust this as needed, just to give it a little bit of bend. Again, this logo is looking pretty good already, but it'll become more obvious if you have flat text, like I mentioned. So one other thing I like to do is to put a little sheen on it. And how to do that is I click on this paintbrush tool, and you can see the size of the paintbrush is pretty small. So I'm going to increase that to, let's try 1800. That looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to squish this together like this. Doesn't have to be right together. I want to leave a little bit of a gap. Then I'm going to add an adjustment layer. And I'm going to click on here. Then I'm going to take down the opacity, maybe to 70%. That looks pretty good. And if you want, you can duplicate this and put another one. So there you have it. You can use these for all your mock-ups, investor decks, or social graphics, website graphics, product shots. Thanks for watching. Follow me for more tips.